So you know Wednesday, that show that shouldn't exist after the train wreck that were the 2 animated movies? Yeah, that one. The one that people are only really talking about because it has emo girl that does funny
A
dance.
testicle.
So I watched that. And I got some stuff to complain about, man. Like, it's not good at all. There are so many problems with this show. And I don't know why people like it so much. It's so ugly. It's so badly written. It has terrible acting. It's just all bad. People should only be watching shows like Better Call Saul. Now that's quality content. Okay, like, I'm not saying that, but it's just everything about this show is so generic and underdeveloped. It's like, Netflix shouldn't be putting money into stuff like this. Example, the main character, Wednesday, played by Jenna Ortega. The most notable thing about that character is that she buys into eugenics.
The point is you assaulted a boy and showed no remorse for your actions. That's why you're here.
He lost a testicle. I did the world a favor. People like Dalton shouldn't be allowed to procreate.
Yeah. What the Hey there, I'm Winston West. You didn't ask, and this is a crappy video essay I put way too much work into. Lamau. I just said Lamau because I'm young and hip. You know who else is young and hip? The writers of the show, Wednesday. And they will never let you forget it. Oh yeah, this show is like, did you know that phones exist, guys? Ah, so funny. Ha ha ha. That moment when phone. And then, also, they do this weird thing where they, like, acknowledge that bad things happened in history, like that white people are racist. They somehow manage to be wrong about the history. Like, so these 2 pilgrim dudes, they're dressed up as pilgrims from Pilgrim World. I'm not going to explain what Pilgrim World is. Come up to Wednesday and they're like, hi, we're gonna be jerks now. And I'm gonna play the clip as what she says to them.
Why are you 3 just like religious fanatics?
We're pilgrims?
Potato, potato.
We work at Pilgrim World?
It takes a special kind of stupid to devote an entire theme park to zealots responsible for mass genocide.
My dad owns Pilgrim World. Who you calling stupid?
If the buckled shoe fits.
Yeah, so that's fun. What? Like, I mean, the Pilgrims did not commit genocide. Ever. That's not a thing that they did. I'm assuming she's talking about the Native Americans. They didn't do that. They came there and they were very peaceful. You know, Thanksgiving, even though Thanksgiving is like, it's not what they did. You could look it up. That's the problem. The writers are lazy. Also, to exemplify their extreme laziness, I am going to show you how they got Wednesday out of this situation. Instead of doing something interesting, like talking or doing anything at all, he just beats them up. So the actual fighting sucks, and she has no reason to want to fight them other than her apparent hate for pilgrims. This entire interaction shows how spineless the writers are, and that they will pretend to care about social issues, but are too lazy or scared to actually research or have a message about them in their project. If there's anything good I can say about this show before tearing it apart, it's... Casting's good for the family. It's actually really good. All the actors mold into their characters really well and act better than the majority of the cast. That's it. So I don't really want to summarize this completely stupid show. Go read the Wikipedia or something. But in the first episode, Wednesday is at school and everyone's scared of her, again with the freaking outsider stuff. Anyway, Pugsley is just kind of inside of a locker. He got bullied, and Wednesday's mad at the bully, so she, kills them. Or she tries to kill them.
A testicle.
She drops piranhas in the pool while they're playing water polo. She seems nice. Anyway, since she tried to kill them, she gets transferred to Hogwarts. I mean, Nevermore. Nevermore Academy. Nevermore is like Hogwarts, but, boring. There are all these monsters attending, but nothing interesting ever happens. It's just kind of bizarre. So the character of Wednesday is a psychotic maniac. There's nothing really wrong with that. It can actually be very interesting. But the story completely contradicts her character. For a story named after the character, it's not very character-driven. She spends the entire show trying to stop people getting killed by this monster thing that appears. Really bad CGI. The thing is, like, the way she's characterized is that she would actually not care or even enjoy the merciless killing of these innocent children. Like, that's her entire one dimension. So, a good way to write a story is by coming up with the plot first, then coming up with the characters that make sense for that plot and dropping them in to see how it all unfolds. But since this is a soulless reboot and they can't do that, you make a sitcom. And I sound crazy, but that's what you do. Come up with the beginning of a story and then drop your already established character into that and see how they would react. Obviously, this Harry Potter bull wouldn't jive with Wednesday's pre-established character, but I digress. So far we have a show with no soul, no style, no purpose, and whose overall concept falls apart immediately. This show doesn't need to be a realistic masterpiece, but it needs to at least be structurally sound. Just like how the school gym doesn't need to be designed by Frank Lloyd Wright, but it does have to work as a tornado shelter. The show is a masterclass in writing an uninspired reboot with no spine, and still becoming hedonistically wealthy from it. The show is lazy, but we're telling Netflix that's okay. And it shows. They canceled Inside Job, an overly cleverly show for Wednesday. So there's my film nerd rant. I'll go back to working at Blockbuster now.